This week in the Pac-12, a lot of pretty high-profile games: Washington, LSU, ASU, Illinois, Oregon State, Wisconsin, UCLA, Nebraska, Arizona, Oklahoma State. How much do you think the nation's perception of your conference gets, fixed by what may happen this weekend?
I think that's something people look at every year, because it seems to be a question you get asked quite often, or every year I think people look at how conferences match up. So I think it is something that people look at. I'm not sure, going into those type of games, you always get asked, what's this going to do for your conference? But, you go in to win every game, and, it's, so I think it is a perception thing of when you match up with other big conferences on, what your conference is about.
Get back to Southern Utah again. Defensively, what sort of things do they try to, obviously Utah State, they took them out of what they want to do. What sort of things do they try to do, if you could tell, to kind of describe their defense a little bit?
They're a 4-3. They play a 4-3, but they will play some odd, meaning a 3-down look. And they'll mix up their coverages, and so they're multiple in their defense, but they're mainly a 4-3 team.
They do a lot of try to pressure the quarterback a lot.
They will in certain situations. Yeah, they have man blitzes, zone blitzes, safety blitzes. They do a little bit of everything. Pretty multiple.
Jeff, Cameron Jackson played for you on Saturday.
He played okay. Again, his first real action, and I think some of those young guys, when they get on the field, they'll improve from the different things that you always take the lessons from each game and get better with them. And I think Cameron played hard. He was in position to make some plays, and just maybe a step short of being there.
In the big picture of your season, when you have a game like you just came off of, does it give you a smaller margin for error for what has to happen the rest of the way, or can a coach and the team not sort of look at the whole deal that way?
Well, at the end of the season, you have to look back and see what happened, but we still have all of conference play to play, and that's really, really important to make sure we play well in the conference. But every win is important, and of course, it would have been nice to have one there, but we didn't. So we learn our lessons from it, and we move forward, and we go out and we go back to work and learn from the things that we can improve on, and then execute them.
Will it be nice for this game to have, you're just preparing for a game without the trappings of the first game back in the stadium? Will it be nice just to have a game without all the...
Yeah, I think so. I think there was a lot of excitement, and that was great, and our fans were great, and everything I heard, everybody really enjoyed the opening of the stadium, and everyone in the stadium did a great job of making a great experience for the fans. But we can't get caught up on that. We have to use the crowd to our advantage, and we can't get caught up on. We still need to focus and execute. And we had some young guys that were playing that were a little nervous, and so first game jitters, to get those out of the way as much as anything. I'm not sure so much about the stadium, but just some of the first game jitters, I think are important to get behind us.
How's the team responded to losing a game that probably most in the locker room thought they would win if they played fairly well?
Well, not very happy, understandably so, upset, mad about it, but that's the thing, it's okay for us to, and I think it's very important to know that that's not okay, but there's no feeling sorry for ourselves, we can't keep looking backwards. We can't forget about that, but we need to take it and learn from it and continue to improve from it. So I don't wanna just say, hey, forget it, put it behind us, because there are things there that we have to improve on, and how that happens is every day in preparation right now. And so that's the focus that we're taking is, yeah, we're pissed, we're upset about not winning the football game, but we need to understand why, and then we need to improve on those things. And I thought the team practiced really hard today, and, we'll be goal set to go out, and the best way to get that taste out of our mouth is look forward to the next opportunity to play, and that's this weekend. But the preparation happens every single day. That's what we've talked about as a team.
When you play a game against a Southern Utah, and I'm not asking you to disrespect your opponent here at all, but they're obviously not going to be the level of the teams you face in the conference. As a coach, do you have to sort of evaluate your performance based on what you guys did as opposed to, the opponent? You know what I'm saying?
What we did or what we're gonna do?
What you're gonna do. Coming out of that game.
Yeah, it's about us. It's about us. It's about our execution. It's about not making mental mistakes or physical mistakes, and it's about our execution. It's not so much about who's in the other uniform. It's our execution, which is important, and not just on game day, but that's the ultimate goal. But in practice, right now, about how we play every single day right now.
So coming out of that game, regardless of what the score is, you'll be able to tell if your guys played well?
Yeah, I hope to, yeah.
Okay, guys, we have time for maybe a final question.
You've talked a lot about how winning the turnover battle is a key to winning and having a good season. It seemed like the DBs were in position to make plays a lot of times. These guys really weren't that open, but they came up with the ball more often than not. How do you teach that aggressiveness to go after the ball as well as covering the guy?
Yeah, well, you have to go through them, but you gotta be careful that you're not having pass interference as well. And like I said, that receiver last week, number 4, was a big guy, and their tight ends were big guys, and they used their body well and shielded and made great catches. They made great plays. And the quarterback put the ball where it could be caught. They had the ball on the ground 6 times, but we only got 1 of them. So we gotta get to the ball and get on it, and we lost the turnover battle. We had 2 fumbles, and we lost 2 fumbles, but they lost 1, but the ball was on the ground 6 times, so we have to come up with more of those balls. And so, we were trying to strip the ball, so we were trying to cause turnovers. In the past game, the ball just really wasn't where we could get to it. They shielded us, and the ball was in a place where we couldn't get to it, so.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot.